Well, it was quite a normal day. I was patrolling up in Pinkham Notch. I just stopped the motor vehicle for speeding and got their license and registration. I was walking back to the cruiser, and I heard the tone for the Bartlett-Jackson ambulance.
He heard a call go out for his medical team to respond to a cardiac problem somewhere within the community of Jackson.
Then I heard the dispatcher say there was an unconscious person, not responsive. And at that point, knowing the seriousness of the call, I ran back up to the vehicle I had stopped, literally threw the driver's license and registration inside the car, ran back to my cruiser, and put it in gear and went.
Well, the chief's decision to stop immediately what he was doing and to render aid to another call tells me that he certainly processed what the priorities were and what was important that particular day.
Being that I was 6 miles away up in Pinkham Notch, knowing that this was in the village of Jackson, I'm thinking that there's going to be personnel, EMT personnel, or the ambulance is going to beat me. Somebody's going to be there long before I get there. And mile by mile, I don't hear anybody calling out at the scene. And to my amazement, when I did arrive, I was the first one on the scene. CPR was my first immediate thought. After checking for the vitals, I started with some breaths and then compressions. Right after that, I went and got the AED out of the cruiser.
The events that led up to the individual requiring Chief Meyers' need were those that were dramatically changed by what he did. That individual has Chief Meyers to thank for his life right now. We know now that defibrillation is the primary concern with cardio arrest. And so what we're talking about is an abnormal rhythm to the heart, which the AED immediately saves a life. It changes the rhythm to a normal heart rhythm.
I think the fact that we had an AED made the difference because the AED detected that there was no pulse and that the shock was advised. So just doing compressions and breaths would probably not be enough in this case.
CPR then continues to save that life until you can reach advanced services such as an emergency department. Both are very important.
10, 15 years ago, it would have been CPR on the side of the road, but with this technology, we were able to advance some training, advance some techniques to save somebody's life that otherwise may not have happened.
Training for CPR and AEDs are vital. They give you a wealth of information and perhaps decrease the sense of fear in the community to start and begin life-saving measures.
Well, to be honest, so many things are going on at that time. The training just kicks in. You're focused on what you're trying to do.
We strongly advocate that any place that is going to congregate with a large amount of people, such as stadiums, schools, airports, but also small towns that are outlying from the community center or hospital, needs to have AEDs available.
Yeah. A heart attack or heart failure can happen anywhere to anybody. Knowing CPR, knowing what to do is a crucial element to saving somebody's life. So the fact that anybody can do it, it's important for people to know.
People that once would die are now going on to resume useful, meaningful lives. It's worth every dime.
I think by honoring Chief Meyers through the American Red Cross, I think it's very important that he receive his recognition, as well as others across the state that do the same as this. And I think it's very important that people are recognized for the job that they do.
And yes, Chief Meyers needs to be commended for certainly reaching and going forward and using that AED.
A lot of times you don't get recognized for things that you do. So when you do, it is rewarding.
The American Red Cross is to be commended for honoring Chief Meyers in their recognition of the utilization of the AED as well as training for CPR. We commend Red Cross and we are privileged to be a part of their recognition here at Memorial.
He did what needed to be done, and he saved somebody's life as a result of that, and certainly he should be commended for that.